Hello, this is Dr. O. I am from the organization Human Service Consultants. Today, our presentation and training will focus on community resources within the state of Maryland. What you see in front of you is the 211 Maryland database. As we embark upon this training, I want you to please pay attention to the vast variety of resources that are available throughout Maryland. I will begin to show you different aspects of the database so that you can become aware of how to locate services for the people that you will serve through your program. So I will begin by moving the cursor. This is the cursor, it's moving to services. So when we look at the database, it says services at the top. When I move around the computer, you can see that there are different categories of services that's available. I'm moving the cursor over the different types of services that are available. So the first box will tell you that there's food available. So when you click on this particular box and you put in the zip code, what you will see is that you can search for food by zip code. So I'm going to click submit, and I'm going to enlarge it so you can see it a little better. And now you can actually see that the database allows you to look for food in soup kitchens, the home delivered meals, congregate meals, and nutrition sites, summer food service programs. Then it says, are you looking for emergency food? Well, if so, you will find this food in food pantries, through food vouchers, fresh food, formula and baby food, grocery ordering and delivery. (211) Maryland partners with the Community Crisis Service, the Life Crisis Center, Mental Health Association, and the United Way. So now I'm going to move my cursor to the top of my screen and go back. Here in the screen, on the screen, you'll find call 211 in a crisis, text your zip code to 898-211 or text -211. In a crisis and you want to talk to someone, then you can chat with us. So you just click on chat with us. Now I'm going to go back to services. I'm going to scroll down the page. And now my interest is in where can I locate housing and shelter. So I'll click on the box, type in the zip code again, a different one, one that's close to Catonsville. Submit. It asks the question, do you need emergency shelter? And then it gives you a list of the types of shelter that is available. So in the list, what we see is emergency shelters, domestic violence shelters, transitional housing shelters, cold weather shelters, elder abuse shelters, homeless coordinated entry agencies, and homeless drop-in centers. Then it asks the question, do you need help paying your rent or mortgage? And on the list, what you will find is rent payment assistance, rental deposit assistance, mortgage delinquency and default counseling, property tax payment assistance, and tax foreclosure assistance. Let's try something. Let's actually go into one of the links. So say you have someone who have spoken to you and they're in a crisis situation because of domestic violence. So we're going to click on that particular link. And when we click on the link, because we're in the 21228 zip code area, we're going to scroll and we're going to find shelters that's available. So one in particular is the Tabula Rasa Domestic Violence Safe House Connect. So you click on the link and it'll give you more information about the different types of services that this domestic violence shelter does. So it gives you the telephone numbers. It gives you call for information, and it tells you the eligibility criteria. So the individual must be experiencing domestic violence. The areas that it serves is Baltimore County, Baltimore City, Montgomery County, and PG County. It gives you where exactly it's located. And I see that they have 3 different locations. So now we're going to go back out of this particular link. And we're going back to services. So now someone has come to you and they need utility assistance. You click on the link. You put in the zip code that they live. You submit it. And what you will see is a question. Do you need help paying your utility bills? And if so, it gives you a list of resources. The next question is, do you need help negotiating with the utility company? And then it gives you 2 resources that can be utilized. Moving out of utility assistance. And for some reason, it took us out of services. So we're going to click back on services again. And we see mental health. Enter the zip code. Hit submit. It asks the question, are you or someone you know experiencing a mental health crisis? You answer yes. click more resources, and it gives you the 211 database. And what it tells you, that you can call, text, chat, look for mental health services, look for substance abuse services. And then you just click on the link, and it'll give you the behavioral health treatment service locator. And then you either put in the zip code or the full address, and it will give you the resources that's within that particular zip code area. Clicking on substance abuse services. And it also gives you information that can help you to locate substance abuse services. So I'll start by giving you the Maryland Crises Helpline. Then you scroll across and you see resources, agencies, partners, data, grants. Going back to services, it's the same for services in substance abuse. I don't know why I can't talk. I guess it's because I'm exhausted. But mental health and substance abuse information is here. But also healthcare information is available. And you do the same thing. You put in a zip code, you hit submit, and then you can get the resource. So I think you understand exactly how to begin to look for these resources. The other categories include children and family, aging and disability, legal and tax services, veteran services, domestic violence and family violence, and employment services. Now, service providers have its own link. Click on there. And you can see that there's different categories. Counseling, emergency shelter, eviction prevention, food pantries, health care free or low cost, job placement, mortgage assistance, prescription assistance, substance abuse, utility assistance. But here, within the boxes, it tells you of some financial resources when there's an emergency and someone needs some assistance with money. So you can just scroll down the list, and they have 4 resources here. Media. It gives you information about the different press releases and the latest news information that's particular to 211 Maryland. They have a link for up-to-date information about COVID-19 and the vaccine. So, they have new initiatives that's available. Text Maryland Hope to 898-211 for opioid-related support. It tells you that you are not alone. We are here for you. And this is a partnership with 211 Maryland. And it's asking you to MD Mind Health. So if you want to contact that organization, 898-211 is how you would do that. Information about COVID-19, if you'd like to receive more text alerts, they have 2 places that you can request text alerts. 1, text ready. 1, MD ready. And 2, MD Listo. 898-211. It tells you exactly what 211 is. It is your resource for getting help. Now, say you don't have the time to actually look through the database yourself. What you can do is that you can direct the client to the resource. So 211 is the number that they will call. A counselor will become available and give the client the resources that are needed. In your role, you are going to be writing many referrals. If the client has a need, it is best to look through this database yourself, because the operators and the counselors that's available to 211 Maryland are very busy people. And so we can assist them by knowing this database ourselves. We can scroll through this 211 database that's on the website to locate services. Then we write the referral. We duplicate it. We keep 1 copy for ourselves. We give. We give. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. It is now 9:30 p.m. But I need to do this because I know my day is going to be full tomorrow. So I want to be able to tell you that these referrals should be duplicated. Once again, 1 copy for our records and the other copy you give to the client. But it doesn't stop there. The reason that you're keeping a copy for your record is that you're going to follow up to see if the client actually received the service or if they actually use the referral. Sometimes you could give a client a referral and you check back and you say, well, what happened? How did that work out for you? And that client will say, oh, I didn't use the referral yet. Well, then in that case, what you document is that the client was given the referral, but the client did not utilize the referral source. And then that ends it. Everything that we do as counselors, workers, direct care workers, therapists must be documented. It must be documented because if anything was to happen and someone asks, what did you do for the client? You can always show the referral and say what you did for the client. In my case, as a therapist, I document everything that I possibly can because I see a lot of people. And so the documentation helped me to remember what I did with the client in one session so that when it's time to pick it up again, the next session, I'll know exactly what we talked about. So please get into the habit of not only writing the referral after you locate the service, but also Document, document, document. Documentation covers us. So please document. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to reserve time with you so that if you have any questions of me, you can jot those questions down in a notebook. And when you see me and it's our time to talk about your learning experience, you can ask as many questions as you possibly would like to do. I am available and I am accessible by text and sometimes by telephone. Once again, I see a lot of people. If you text me or email me, if I can't respond to you right away, when I see the text and I see the email, I will respond to you. And of course, I will be looking forward to seeing your referrals. I will be looking forward to hearing the clients rave about you and what you've done to assist them. I will be looking forward to training you again in the future through a variety of trainings that I have planned. Well, of course, these trainings have to be organized and coordinated and developed, but every week I will present a training to you in this format so that you can review it over and over and over again until you get it. I will be keeping a training record of your activity as far as training go. There will be times that I may quiz you because I want to know that you know the information that I am teaching you. So don't be surprised if I don't say, you have a quiz today. Okay? Because what this does is document that you actually did receive the training. I'm thinking, is there anything else I'd like to say to you? I'd like to say to you, after you listen to this presentation, I am expecting at least 3 questions from you through email. Please email your 3 questions to me, and I will respond back by email as soon as possible. But I will also be keeping the email in your record as your supervisor and your supervision that you must have in order to meet the requirements of the state of Maryland. I am Dr. O. I am a university professor. I am a mental health therapist and a substance abuse counselor. I am the clinical director of the program in which you work. I have established a working relationship with Dr. Paula that's been going on and off for several years. She knows my work. She knows my tenacity in getting things done. You will also realize this in our interactions as I monitor what you do to work with the clients, to receive the services and the trainings that they need in order to become rehabilitated and functional members of society. I look forward to working with you. It was a pleasure meeting you. I know I am going to enjoy you because you have the spirit to help. And I love people with the spirit to help. And I want to thank you with all of my heart for helping our population. I want to thank you for helping me. You don't know what this is